Okay, before we do the last practice problem that's down here, I want to write the formula for the surface area a new way that might help you remember it just based on the order because it sounds a little easier. So another way to write this, if we want to say 2 times pi times the radius plus, I'm just going to switch this order because then it sounds like it goes together better and I think it'll help you remember it. So 2 pi rr plus 2 pi rh. So the only thing that's changing is that r and that h. So that might help you remember it a little bit. So 2 pi rr plus 2 pi rh is the formula that we're using to find the surface area of a cylinder. So we're going to use this guy for this last practice problem. So I'm going to draw just a line around here so we know where we're working. So this cylinder is going to be more like the ones you'll see on quizzes and tests that is not in the net form. It's just in its regular 3D format. So we're going to use this radius and then the height to solve for our formula. So I just said that this was r and this is h just so I know what to plug in using this formula. So I'm going to keep it on the screen so you can still see both. So we're going to use this first part, 2 pi times r times r. So 2, so the surface area is 2 times pi times 6, which is the radius, times 6. And then we need the next part, so plus 2 times pi times 6 times, and then h instead, the 9. So notice how the only thing that's different is that last number right there. So 2 times pi times 6 plus 2 times pi times 6 times 9. So make sure you multiply all these together and then all these together before you add. So we'll go ahead and solve. So 2 times 3.14 times 6 times 6, which is 226.08 plus 2 times 3.14 times 6 times 9, which is 339.12. So this was the area of that first part, the first section right here, the circles, and then the 339 is the area of the rectangle, which was that part of the formula. So then we add those two numbers together. So 226.08 plus 339.12, and we get 565.2 feet squared. So if you keep that formula in front of you and use this order, it'll help you because every time you ever have to find the surface area, you'll be given both of these numbers, and that's all you need to plug in order to solve those. So anytime you see an r, you plug in the radius number, and anytime you see an h, which will just be the one time, you'll plug in the height number. And that's it. So your final answer should have been 565.2 feet squared.